7:23?
Yeah.
And no verdicts were rendered and no decisions were made.
I like that.
How'd you look? I smiled for that.
That won't be in favor.
That won't be in the paper. You won't finger up your nose.
Sean, you're gonna feel lonely now.
A little bit.
Okay, let's go into administrative section.
Kinda used to
You
it.
want to approve,
We already did.
the personnel hearing?
That's in the personnel action.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Administrative. Do y'all want to vote on that separately as I move forward on that one item?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that.
That way then I can move forward.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I make a motion that we do not approve the waiver for the use of the school facilities for a baby shower, until we have revised policies and procedures.
Could we just, as a procedural thing, could we just say, is there a motion? You have to have a motion in a second. If you don't have it, you don't vote on
We
it. I
got
mean, just procedurally, that would
Right.
work too.
you making the motion to,
To not approve.
make a motion to not approve.
We need a motion
Why
to
don't we
approve
just
it.
You don't need.
Make a motion to exclude this item.
We can exclude the item.
Yeah. just-
Okay. I make a motion that we exclude item A of the administrative section.
I second.
Motion's been made. Is there any questions? All those in favor? Aye.
Uh-huh.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Could I ask a question
Go ahead.
at this stage? Kind of in relation to that, did I miss it in the past few months, did the board approve the use of the high school for the Break Free concert? I recall it being approved 3 years ago, but is that something you need to do each year?
Principal.
The principal approves it, okay. Because I remember the board approving it 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is a little different.
Yeah, okay.
And I can't remember 3 years ago, Sean.
Comes with age, Sean.
I guess.
It's a policy, it's a policy.
Then we go on
Go
to
ahead.
B. An agreement with Stonewall Resort, so Guyan Valley can have a retreat, and it's paid for out of Title I funds. C, approval to post a position for superintendent of Lincoln County Schools. D, Kayla Workman to perform 10 hours of community service at Lincoln County High School. E, Harley Markham to perform observation at Duval. Pauline Shelton to perform observation at Ranger. Amanda Miller to perform an observation at West Hanlon Elementary. H, the following adult students to ride school bus. And out-of-state trip for Duval the 7th. And this is after the West test, but are on those OS days, or is on the OS days.
That will be instruction, correct?
Yes, but after the West test.
Do we have any idea how many students are going, or they don't know yet, do they?
No.
Okay.
Designation as a provider for specialized health care for the following service. You know that's where we have an administrator to give the medication, or a person to administrate it. Out of state, yes.
I guess, we didn't know in October they were going to do this, or they've been doing it since October and we just didn't approve it, or what? Why is it so late?
Do you know something?
And is it next October or this past October?
She was, past October,
She was at another school. This
She
is the
transferred from
secretary that
Duval.
transferred over.
she transferred from Duval to Guyan Valley. And I don't know if it was just an oversight, that's why they asked us to back up. I guess she had just been doing it since she went in over there in Sandy Johnson's place.
There was another site.
Okay.
Well, it should be the 10th
So it's a
then.
10, yeah.
Right.
That was the question too. I didn't know whether we were doing this ahead of time for a
Thank you.
student. or- okay.
Out-of-state travel for the following personnel. Diane Miller to Nashville and Christine Naker to Tampa.
Does the county pay for both those?
Yes. Approval to post a position as temporary accountant 3 in the finance office if needed, according to the provisions of a 504 plan for Trina Baird.
So Trina, when she comes to work, we would have a temporary accountant, but if she doesn't come to work and it's needed, then
If
this
it's-
person will be called upon.
She'll be as a sub, number
Should be
one.
a sub.
And if needed, to help Trina, if asked for help, based on the 504, I think. Is that correct, Trish, or not?
We will post a position for an accountant 3, and she will be there definitely on the days that Trina cannot be, but according to the doctor's report, there may be, in the 504 plan, she may need, when she is here, some additional help because of her fatigue or frequent breaks. She may come to realize that she can't stay, for a period of time.
But that is Trina kind of helps, knows when that's happening, but when she's absent, she'll always have that accountant 3, person there.
And so she is a sub?
But when we
Post.
when we post the position, she will
won't
not
be a
be,
sub.
she will be an accountant 3.
Okay.
But this will only be there until June the 30th.
Anybody could bid on it, but most likely a sub is bid on it,
Yeah.
because it's
But this is not a
Jobs
sub
going
position.
in.
No, but I think what he's saying, a sub will probably bid on it because no regular employee
Correct.
would want to have their job to end at
June
June
30th.
30th.
Good questions. M, out of county transfer, and that's all, sir. All right.
I move that we accept administrative positions, or administrative,
I'll
part
second.
of
I'll second.
All right, the motion has been made. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
On the finance part, Miss Candy could not be here tonight, so she would ask, and I would plead that all questions either be written, given to me, or we will pass it along to Bertie, or you may call her. She's always welcome anytime you need any information on the personnel schedule, on the finance invoices. And of course, you see the county pension with 3 more employees, although it's small, it's growing. Yes, ma'am.
What is, we have any word back on the OPEB? The OPEBs?
No, OPEB,
No,
not
nothing.
that I'm knowledgeable. If anything, I'll approach the next meeting with that information.
I'm easily confused.
All right.
I move that we accept finance.
Second.
Motion's been made to accept the finance. All those in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Let's go to personnel. Ms. Lucas.
As you see, we have the appointment of the short, long-term professional personnel for the remainder of this year. The transfer of professional personnel and 1 transfer of service.
Could I ask a question real quick here?
Yes.
On the effective date on the 2 preschool specialists, elementary instructional coach, and Title I improvement specialist, math coach, to be determined, who will determine that?
When we post for those 2 positions, the replacements, and upon the applicants, knowing when we can get someone in their
Certified
place.
like to take me to Hoover. See, we don't want to just put a sub in there. We're trying to wait to get someone that's qualified and quality, and then make it effective. Not just move him immediately and then leave that spot open where the children are.
Yeah, because it's a vital position,
So-
mathematics.
Could be this year.
Yes.
It will be.
But we
Will
will,
be.
yes,
Yeah.
because we are ready to post those positions, and hopefully.
Once you approve this.
So what if you don't get anybody in math? And we're sort of short on math people here.
Right.
Or a quality
Well,
person.
We will come back to, yeah, we will, we're going
But that's where you leave and trust us to know when, even if it's not the best, it's the best we can do and the best we can get to move them in here at that point in time.
That's your job.
You know what I'm saying by that?
Oh, yes.
So
They may
I-
be on permit, that's what you're saying.
Could
They
be.
may be.
But the person would be looked after also by Mr. Hoover, for
Yeah.
example, because he would oversee and make sure they're doing the job. But just to arbitrarily pick a date, it's just hard to do, so that's why.
But it will be this year.
Yes,
I guess
ma'am.
that's mainly
It'll
the
be-
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It'll be very soon, as soon as we can do it.
And then the transfer of service personnel, employment of substitute service personnel, and then employment of the extracurricular. Resignation and retirement. Leave of absence.
Dale Cooper.
Reclassification, and then the termination.
Trish, if you hire sub-teachers now, do they have to wait until we have another board meeting before they can be called in this county? So if you hired them within the next 2 weeks, they'd still have to wait 2 weeks before they can be called in this county.
For liability reasons, because we're not covered insurance-wise, so if something happened, almost the board would be negligent, so would we. Whereas with state, we could just send it up there, if we got it back in time, they can start. But when it's local control, you gotta wait on the cycle. That help?
What is Miss Agnes's classification now? Excuse my ignorance, I really don't know.
Secretary.
Secretary. So we're gonna go back to July.
Is Ms. Fry's termination effective next December?
No, I made too many typing errors.
So that's 2010.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Sean. for
Once
bringing
I
it to our
learned that
attention.
lesson,
Catch that.
2011, I just keep using it.
Free press.
Press. Try to keep from tearing us up.
There you go.
Deep breath.
Mhm.
Well, I'll move on the personnel item.
I'll second. Go ahead.
Who's second?
Don?
Okay.
All right. There's a motion on the floor to approve the personnel items. All those in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. Let's look at the board concerns, discussions, and action.
And if I may ask, I don't know, on the revised one, you should not have the motion of canceling the extracurricular trips until after West Test. If you have that one on there, if it's on the old one, it's exit out. No, I'm not.
How come?
Bring
Uh,
it up, so then-
I mean,
The reason is there are certain trips, for example, that I know of one like on Friday and Saturday, and they've already put a deposit down for, you know, things to go and spent money and they don't get that refunded. And I feel like that needs to be on a case by case, so I don't, you know, hurt students and their money, but everybody's aware that we've missed 8 or 9 days of instruction prior to the West Test, so we're prioritizing, you know, what's really important. And I first had that, and then I said, you know, I don't want you all making that decision, I'll just do it individually, superintendent prerogatives. And then the other one's about if you need to meet in executive session. I've given you all some information in your packets that, I mean, was sent to you.
Are we gonna, if you have any other concerns, we're gonna do that before this?
I would.
I just had one question as to when we're gonna post the principalship for the Hamlin Elementary Middle.
Tomorrow.
That's a good answer. Thank you.
It's already ready.
That's all I have.
What was,
Kevin,
Yeah.
You're gonna check on the OPEBs?
Yes, for the next meeting, I will have some
Get some
updates.
information about the OPEBs.
We should get some information too at
Yeah.
our conference up there. Hopefully they'll have some.
That's what it's gonna be about, it mostly.
Yeah.
Then, you have the list together for the athletic facility, football field, the list together of the people for the committee.
Yes, I have the list, and I am meeting with a person that I hope that will accept the chair position of that committee out of the group that was sent to me. And I will also then share with him the names of the people that you all collectively sent to me. If that's okay. And also, speaking on that, we have now an account with a $100,000 CD of ours in our account. So the money is there for the athletic field. That's all I want to tell you.
100,000 is all we have?
So far.
We're waiting on the transfer of the 100,000 from the county committee.
Yes, and I will report when that happens, but I want you all to know we got ours in there, so it's clear.
Gaining interest.
Our money's in the bank.
Money's in the bank.
There's some percentage.
The only thing that I have is, I was approached by someone at the courthouse that is trying to get the Guyandotte River designated as a scenic waterway. And each of you have a handout on that, and I'm telling you, that is so interesting. Have you seen it, Sean?
Yeah, it was in the paper last week.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't read the paper
There
last
it
night. Anyways, that is so interesting to read. I had heard some of the history of the Guyandotte River through my dad. He was 94 when he passed away. But, I mean, I was really amazed with this. And he would tell me how they used to go in there and tie their logs together and take those logs all the way down the river, down to Guyandotte. And they would ride those logs after tying them together and walk out there in the water as cold as it was. And I was just amazed. And if we could get this to happen and see that cleaned up through there, I think it would be absolutely wonderful. And it would be a beautiful little trip to go down through there.
I think, is there a meeting?
There's a meeting at Guyan Valley on the,
Is it tomorrow night or Thursday?
no,
night
it's
or-
next, I think it's next week.
Next week?
I think it's like 20th February, I think.
I got it somewhere.
And all they're asking for is our support. And so I don't know why we would even have to vote on that. I mean, you know, you could
Just
sign it
for
or
a
KK could sign it,
resolution,
yeah. I don't think that it would have to be anything voted on, but I mean, I would support it. I think it'd be wonderful.
If they can get that designation, they can then apply for federal and state funds to make hiking trails and river access and lots of things.
It wouldn't be- it
And it makes them eligible for money, I guess.
Yes.
I'm not sure, but the board could vote on it. It might be something where a letter could be sent later if they're looking for grants. And I couldn't write that letter unless you voted on it, because I can't go on what I think you might want. But it could be written to say, yes, we support it.
Well, they have a little form here, you know, for us to,
Well, let's just
to sign a
Make a
date. So,
make a motion, Kelly.
okay, since this is not on the agenda, I don't think we can do it this time.
Board concerns discussion.
Well, we did it once before, so I guess we can.
Well, if not, we're going to have it on the agenda again next
We'll put it on
time.
the agenda.
Next
It
time
won't make
also,
that much
go ahead in
difference.
case I need to write a letter.
Okay, I make a motion that we do sign this resolution of support for the scenic waterways of the Guyandotte River.
Second.
Motion's been made for the resolution. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And I'll put it on the agenda again.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
Yeah, this, you'll want to go in executive session, I think.
Executive session to discuss the Hart's property.
I move.
I'll second.
Motion's been made to go into executive session to discuss the Hart's property. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're now in executive session.